Hello? Hi? Is that the first thing you say? There is coffee, but it's my coffee. It's not your coffee. Give me a second. I just didn't want anyone to do it before I started stream. Hold on. I know how you are. So impatient. Give me, where is it? I think it's under no. No, I keep forgetting they made a new section. Viewer rewards. There we go. I guess it's not that new anymore, but it's new compared to when I started streaming. There you go. It's on. I have water too, but that whatever. Whatever. Okay. Okay. I mixed a little of the mocha with the caramel cafe latte base. Also, what's this called? Oh my god, I just had new overlay. Who's this? I forgot the word for overlay for a second. Okay, so we're in the middle of a typhoon right now, and there's so much water outside. I woke up this morning to an emergency alert, an evacuation notice. What is it? Evacuation order is what it said. Yeah, no room for Sam. I can try to bring him back. Do you think he'd fit over my avatar? Let's see, where's Sammy? Uh, hello, sir. Where are you? Didn't we say sir, ma'am? Ma'am, sir. Sammy is ma'am, sir. This one, bounce? We like bounce. Where is it? All the way up there? So tiny. Let's see. Right here? Gonna line it up perfectly. I need to use the arrows. There we go. Chat is big because I had more space there. It just makes sense. I made it this new. Oh yeah, no, there was an evacuation order alert on my phone. Oh my god, thank you for subscribing. Oh my god, thank you so much. That sounded fake, but it's not fake. I am I'm genuinely thankful. Thank you. You're a real G. 7 whole months. Don't you get a new badge? What color's your badge? Haha, now your name is up there. It should be up there. Wait, latest subscriber during. Yes. It's purple. It is. Does it do it retroactively? Because all I see is purple, but there is definitely a new one for 7. Or maybe. No, there should be. Was it a different color before? I feel like I've done that many colors. Unless they do it in chunks here. But yeah, anyways, I keep not talking about the emergency. It was not for my area, but it's a pretty nearby area. I'm not that close to the river, but I can easily walk to it in like maybe 8 minutes. Judging, well, if Google says the bus stop is 7 minutes away, then it's like 8 minutes away is the river. But it's a small part of the river, not a big part of the river. Not to say it can't flood, but also I'm uphill from, no, I'm not uphill from that. I'm downhill from that, actually. Well, it's pretty, actually it's flat at that point. So maybe I'm not uphill or downhill. Anyways, I haven't gotten an evacuation notice. I have, my work for the morning was canceled. No one's supposed to come to class, understandably, because I mean some students I know for a fact live in that town that was evacuated, so that would suck. my nighttime work, which starts at around 5, I've heard nothing yet. So the rain is supposed to end by around 5. Hopefully the train's running okay. It's just been delayed this morning so far. So yeah, that is that. I considered streaming earlier since I didn't have to work this morning, but I was like, what if I have to evacuate? So now it's like it's raining pretty hard still, but we had a brief period of time where it was slightly less rain, and now it's back to being quite heavy. But maybe I'm okay. I'm on the second floor. Internet seems fine. Electricity has been on. I have extra water in a pitcher. I didn't fill up my tub, but I don't think that's necessary at the moment, hopefully. But yeah, that's the situation today. So, we all know, I do need the coffee to stay alert. I got to sleep in this morning, actually. I was technically awake. I was like half awake when the alert went through, and then it like made me get out of bed. And then I took a shower. Just in case we lost power and I couldn't take a shower later. Normally I would shower. I did shower at nighttime, but maybe because I was a bit stressed. I woke up and I was so cold, but then like 10 minutes later I was so sweaty. Though that could be I needed to eat breakfast. I ate breakfast and I drank Pokai Sweat and I felt better. But anyways, I got my shower in just in case. I don't know, man. So it doesn't seem as bad as the typhoon in 2019. That was bad. And that was overnight as well. At least it's daytime now. But we got like tornado warnings and stuff. Well, I would play it if you donated, for sure. If you don't, I will say I'm not going to play it. I haven't heard enough good things about it. Sorry for the noodle ASMR. I haven't finished my lunch. I was setting up stream. But yeah. You don't think it's worth $10? See, that's what I was thinking. Even though I'm a little scared to play any Lord of the Rings games now, because I didn't enjoy Shadow of Mordor that much. So I don't know. I think War in the North was really good. If I could get that. Let's see. I wonder if it's on like Xbox Game Pass or something. It's $50. Okay, so nah, I was gonna say people who work for the game studio deserve to be paid, so like they need money. But also the game studio is the one that made a bad game, so it was the gameplay really, but also the fact that it's kind of the same thing. It feels like there's not a ton of exploration, it seems like, or much to the story, and the story is like barely given to you from the start. Like, why is there a ghost? Of course, who is this ghost? I guess we're not supposed to know yet, because even Celebrimbor doesn't remember who he is. But it's like not explained to you at all, that like he doesn't even say, why is there a ghost inside my body? You know? Like, if I hadn't seen the trailers and explanations about it already, I wouldn't have realized it was like that. I haven't played Arkham Origins. That kind of stuff, like, what's the word? Why can't I talk? It's probably the typhoon, is why I can't think. Oh my god, what is the word? Like, Hades? What is that? What is that called, that type of game? What is that type of game called? I can't think. Or like, when you go in and try to get as far as you can until you die, and then you go back to the beginning and you try to get... Roguelikes. Those, like Hades, I liked because it had like a really interesting story that you got more of every time you got further in. I know this game, Shadow of Mordor, is not a roguelike, obviously, but it feels kind of similar where I'm doing the same thing over and over again. and we're not getting a whole bunch of new information or like interesting characters, just a bunch of orcs, and I don't really care about orcs. I don't like roguelikes usually, but I liked Hades. I never finished it, but I liked the story and the characters of Hades, and the art was really good. So like I might give Shadow of Mordor another chance, but it's not like I was hoping to like explore Middle Earth more. That's why I want to play more Lord of the Rings online. But actually, War in the North, if I could play that again, let me see if there's a place to. Is that on Steam? That was a good game, I think. I didn't finish it though. Where can I get it? Yeah, it's on Steam. Isaac. It sounds familiar. I'm on Steam, but where is it? Store page? I don't see it. It's not showing me. Is it? Let me go to my Steam app. War in the North. No, it's not on Steam. That was The Binding of Isaac. It does sound familiar. Maybe lots of people did play it. Let me see. I want open preview projector. There we go. I had to close the preview. The Binding of... What is it? Is that a roguelike? Is that what you mean? Sorry, we can talk a little before we start so I can eat my lunch. I see. No, I'm not a big fan of roguelikes usually. Hades was just like particularly interesting to me. I want to start painting, but if I leave these noodles, they're gonna get all soggy. They're already getting soggy. Really, so we're like the opposite. I like puzzle games. Like I like Zelda with all the puzzles and stuff. But like the most important thing to me is a good story and good characters. And I'm not a big fan of repetitiveness. Is that trine or trine? I don't know it because I don't know how to say it clearly. Trine. No, I do not know it. I'm assuming that's another game. I am trying to eat my lunch here. Luckily, I don't have to go to work until like 4. So we have more time than we have recently. And like I said, I would have started earlier, except I was a little worried about having to evacuate. Then the rain let up a bit. Now it's stronger again. I just hope it's all right. A platformer. Let me Google that too. Trine. Oh, there's 4 games? Because Trine 4 just showed up for me. Save 80% on Trine Enchanted Edition on Steam. What? Oh, I see. Interesting. Oh, shoot. Wait, it's only 296 yen right now. It's like a puzzle game as well. I'm like looking at the screenshots here. Very positive reviews. What's the story of it? It looks like you're in like a magical forest and then there's lava, acid, water. It looks very pretty. I really want to finish these noodles. I'm not really a soup person, but it was so cheap. And I was trying to get stuff that wouldn't spoil. The power went out. If the power went out, I don't have a... Is anyone a soup person? There's cold soup. There's like cold soba and cold ramen. This is not a cold one though. It's actually pretty cold today though. Okay, I'm gonna call that done. Maybe some people will hate this, but I never drink the broth. Unless it's a real good soup. It's just too salty. Well, I don't know about gazpacho. I've never had gazpacho in Japan. I mean, specifically, like cold soba is really popular here. And sometimes cold ramen, you can get it even at the convenience store. All right. Let's get started. Let's try this the heck out. It should be fine. Oh, I'm still on select. We shouldn't have a problem. Is this, please tell me this is the right, yeah, watercolor soft. No, no. There we go. Okay. That looks good. It's on 30% though. Let's turn that up. In my glove. I wonder if you can hear the rain. Can you hear the rain right now? Where's my mic? It's not picking... Oh, yeah, no, it's not picking it up at OBS. But it is quite noisy. I wonder if I don't want to mess with the filters because actually my Legolas like voiceover, I record it on OBS because I've been struggling to make the audio, my recordings sound good with DaVinci Resolve, even with all those different filters and stuff. But it always sounds better on stream. So I just recorded the audio through OBS and saved, like you can set it to save something as different file types, so I just saved it as MP3. And then imported it into DaVinci Resolve. So it does a good job. It really does a good job of like the noise suppression and the compressor. Like even better than what I can get with DaVinci Resolve. Sorry, I hit the microphone. But you can record voiceovers. Actually, they have a whole part of it. Fairlight is for audio, which is like a part of DaVinci Resolve, which I think most of the Fairlight tools require money. But no, they have a lot of audio editing stuff, even on the free version. Okay, so let me show you how we're going to do this. Go to layers. I could do like a grid method or whatever, but that will take more time. So what I often do, and I've shown this in my videos before, see what's a good color, that one. Is we'll just take like the main features. Like I know his pupils here, his iris goes kind of that wide. The white of his eye kind of stops here. He doesn't have as prominent eyebrows as Legolas, so let me just do like that. So I don't lose them. Same thing, people here. I chose this reference image. I downloaded so many reference images. Peter Jackson really loves super up close shots. And I wanted something where it didn't cut off someone's head, like the top of their head. And I found some, but they just weren't. This one I really liked because of like the catch lights in his eye and everything. Or I guess both his eyes. Let me do a little bit of that, just so I know where the corner is. We're doing like kind of like connect the dots kind of situation. I don't know, just so I know where things stop and start. It just saves us a bit of time. And I want to know where like the darkest bits are, so I usually like draw where the nostrils are, and often like where something starts and stops, like here and here. And then maybe that. His beard ends like right there. The little gap is right there. Got a necklace right there. I guess I should kind of do this. There we go. And that means we have this. Wow, it looks just like him. What do you mean the recording program? Like, DaVinci's not... Yup, this is perfect. Like, DaVinci Resolve is not meant for recording, because part of the reason I downloaded it, apart from the fact that it is free, and it has a lot of good stuff for a free program, is because of the Fairlight stuff. So they, again, it's like a two-part thing. They have the video editor, and then they have Fairlight, which is the audio editor. It used to be free, like, or a lot of the features of Fairlight used to be free. Now there's a lot of effects and stuff that I think aren't, but I still have a whole bunch of stuff I can do. So, like, that is part of it. Oh, you know what? Let me just know where this starts and stops, because there's a big shadow here. It's hard for me to tell just by looking. There we go. Wow! Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can just a little bit like what's the word, flesh this out a little bit more. That was his pupil, right? And then we're gonna paint directly over it. It's like very hooded eyes from this angle. The weird thing about, oh man, this, what did I, oh yeah, I must have put a mark somewhere where I shouldn't have, because that is way off. I was like, that doesn't look right. Wait. Yeah, it's like way higher. He's got beautiful eyelashes. Okay. Looks just like him. For some reason, I always start with the eye on the right side. So the left eye. I'm assuming it's because I'm right-handed. And we're just gonna go in. Turn down the opacity a bit. And I do think I wanna... Why does that look so... Oh, it's because color's open. Do that. This is the stuff you can't see if you're watching, what do you call it? Time lapse. I do record through DaVinci. And what I think it is that the good filters are behind the paywall. Like if I really wanted to make it sound nice, I gotta pay for it. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Because it's okay, and if I spend a lot of time on it, I can make it acceptable. The problem is that it takes so much time. I've got to lighten this up a little bit. Why did you not? I'm gonna really blend that out. There we go. That's still really dark. Do I not have my brightness turned up? Oh, I don't. Okay. I was like, why can't I see it? My brightness of my screen wasn't turned up all the way. But anyways, with OBS, I already got it figured out. And it's really basic. So, like, since I already know it sounds good on OBS, let me just use OBS. Like, why the heck not? And it was easy. It was way easier. Again, because I already had it figured out for what sounds good. So I recorded it through OBS, and then I actually have a screenshot somewhere. What's it called? I changed some things in DaVinci. Maybe it is one and done. I don't know. I haven't checked what the actual price is. I want more dimension. This is a screen cap from, what is it called? Screencaps.com or something. Which is one of my favorite places to get these reference images because you can choose like any part of the movie that you want. Let's like start putting it in a space, giving it context so it might actually look like an eyeball. I feel like that has to be lighter though, it's just not. It goes too light and then go back over it with something dark. It's not mixing. Mix! Yeah, I'm not using Adobe. Not a fan. When there's stuff that's so good out there anyway that is made by people who want to keep their stuff accessible. It's so expensive. I literally don't have the budget anyway. And it's not saying I support pirating, because that would be dumb for me to say. But even finding cracks is really hard now. Back in my day, it was very easy to find Photoshop cracks. I think I just have the opacity and the color load too high. There. I feel like it mixes better. Again, let's like put it in more context so that it looks like an eyeball. Wait, that's so dark. There we go. It's not light enough. There we go. So yeah, I don't know. But I like how it sounded. And that's all what matters. All what matters? All that matters. Oh my god. What? Why do you look so dark? I swear that's not what I picked up. What? There we go. Like, what the heck? I might very well cover this stuff up later. I just want to see what it looks like now. From what I see, it's a one-time payment of $200.95, which isn't cheap for the average person, but if you do editing, definitely. Yeah, so for me, it's not worth it, because, one, I don't know what it is in yen, but I think it's still quite expensive, because I get paid in yen. But two, it's not something that I use every single day. So for now, I can deal with, like, the mild frustration of, like, not being able to get the audio I want right away, like having to work for it. And that's fine. Fine. I can barely see his eyebrows, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now, but... Oh, yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's fine. Like, overall, I think they're a good company. It's not like I'm not giving them my money because I don't think they're a good company, because I do. I'm just not in the financial position to drop money on things I'm not using all the time when I've found an alternative that seems to really work. So it's fine. Like, I went in again, like, I got what I needed from OBS, and then I went back into DaVinci Resolve and I was able to edit it even more. So I used both of them. They both have their benefit. But basically I was like, why do I like the audio in my streams better than DaVinci Resolve? Like, how do I make it sound like that? It's like, just use OBS. Yeah, I mean, technically, I'm trying to figure this out. The angle's wrong. That's fine, but then there's like if in the future, if I were to take YouTube and streaming full time, well, specifically YouTube, I guess, then it might be worth the purchase. So, like, that's how I learned about DaVinci Resolve anyway, is from YouTubers. So, like, for sure, if this is what you use for work, I would say totally worth it if it's something, like, worth the investment. So maybe someday, we'll see. But also, like, the free version's fine. I gotta check something. I gotta see how far this goes out. Oh, that is fine. Yeah, so, like, This part goes to like here. This part is like here. Okay, I'll zoom out a bit. Let's just do the dark here and then we'll sort of build up the light. Yeah, if you're like immediately gonna make a ton of money, well, like livable money off of a video and you spent $300 for the program one time and you like put out like 100 videos a year, then yeah, totally worth it. I don't think anyone would argue that it's not worth it for, you know, that kind of situation. Compared to like Adobe, where I think a lot of people would argue that it's not worth it. For sure. This just feels like it needs to be darker. Like it's weird when you paint from photographs because, especially if they're lower quality, it feels like a lot of it's blown out. So like I feel like we need more contrast here. I'm zooming in again. Don't zoom in so much. I just like to start with the eyes because usually they have some of the darkest values. Well, there's always people who just want to be a contrary Mary. It's bigger. Really? Why does that feel so dark still? Oh, thank you. Oh my god, the rain has really picked up. At least it's looking better than that first Legolas. I'm sorry about that. That was disgusting. I took 3 sips total. In case you were wondering, because I didn't do an exaggerated breath for each of them. Okay, okay. Let's go to the other eye. This one, I think. Okay, hold on. Okay, that should be caught up. That should be caught up, right? Took several sips. There were so many sips. Alright, so I'm not really explaining what I'm doing, though I'm basically doing what I explain in my videos, which is like, I know I've said it over and over again, but I can't assume that everyone watches all of my videos. But I don't generally recommend straight up color picking everything. So what I'm doing, if hopefully you can see, maybe I'm working too quickly, I don't know. But I'm changing the mixing ability of this brush. and like the opacity and everything because I do a lot of my color mixing on the canvas. Basically, the way I think of it is when I use the color picker, it's like having this wheel open, but like fewer options. So often I'll like go in the same area and like look around, see which color I like more, and then I'll lay it down, and then I'll mix another color with it, or like in this case, I feel like it's too dark, so I'll up the saturation, I'll do that, and then it becomes like that. So we're kind of like, I would say a very large percent of the time, I don't know the exact percent, because how would I know that? I'm not taking the exact color from the color picker because photographs tend to look very flat when you paint them like that. Also, I know a lot of people like to like go straight in and like they want to do like a cartoon eye. Hold on, let me. Okay, so 1, 2, it was 4. I did more than 4 sips. But yeah, so like the eye to me is like so many colors all together. And so I try to make it as like dynamic as possible. I think I did 5 sips. Well, technically sometimes I will just do 2 sips instead of 1 for 1 just because it feels like not enough coffee. So, but yeah, like see this part I feel like needs to be darker than what I just made it because it feels like it's a little flat and a little blown out. And this part around his iris here is lighter. So yeah, that's basically my process here. Is we use the color picker a lot, but again, it's more to just like limit our choices, like get in the general direction of where we're going. So like I start with something like this just so we don't have any white. And then we work off of that. I turn up the color mixing, turn down the opacity a little. Holy, that rain. I was feeling hopeful. I was like, maybe it's okay for me to go to work tonight. But she's picked up again. Maybe that was the eye of the storm. I don't know. I thought we weren't supposed to get it till later. Also, because I have the mixing turned up so high, I usually have to go a bit darker if there's a lighter color underneath and vice versa. Don't say that. I'm on the second floor, so like in 2019, my mom had me call, like, there's this helpline that you can call, like, to ask what to do. And we had, in my town, we had a evacuation order, but it was a level 3, which is for disabled and elderly people. So technically I qualify. And so I called because my mom begged me to. And the lady on the phone was like, well, what floor are you on? And I was like, I'm on the second floor. And she's like, okay, well, technically, at this point, it is safer for you to stay inside. It is more dangerous for you to try to go outside and get to the evacuation center. I was like, that makes a lot of sense, actually. So I stayed inside, and it was fine. I was fine. I had some coworkers who live close to another river who, unfortunately, like, all I know is that he had to take off work, one guy, because he had to, like, clean out his house because, like, their first floor got, like, completely flooded. So I'm lightening this up a little bit. And then going back over it. I think that's too much. I lowered the opacity, but not enough. Even though it's not that light in the reference image. But yeah, because I'm not, like, I'm on the second floor. So the water level, it's extremely unlikely it's gonna reach the second floor. I guess not impossible if we have, like, Noah's Ark level of inundation, but basically, if I were to go outside, there's more chance I would, like, slip and fall or get washed away or, like, get hit by debris or something if it's properly flooding. Which is part of the reason I live here. I don't live close to the river, specifically. Let's see. It's looking kind of weird. It's like, this needs to be... using too small of a brush. Let's do that. Looks like he has eyeliner, but that's fine. So I'm gonna go back in. What is happening? Yeah, I think I dragged out this a little too far. But it's all dark. Maybe this is just too light. Why do you look weird? Sir, explain yourself. I need to zoom out, I think. I keep going in with small brushes and stuff and it just doesn't look right. Yum. That's dark, but then... Okay. I will clean that up later. I just want to kind of see what it looks like. Oh yeah. I think I did get rid of it because I had to, it didn't look right. I had to make space for other things. But you can always suggest on Discord. Was there something in particular you wanted to suggest? Uh, a game you suggested like earlier. I know you said the Talos Principle. I don't remember if there was another one that you specifically put in the suggestion box. I might, again, fix these catch lights later. They don't need to be exactly the same either. This part's throwing me off. Risen. Is that a vampire game? I think I looked up a game you suggested. An exploration game. No, no vampires. And why is it called Risen? Is it about Jesus? You know what? I should save this. let's save this. To the cloud. Just in case. Okay, so what have we got so far? At least it looks like a person, unlike Legolas from before. Might be too dark. I believe it's because stuff appears to have risen from the ground. Oh. My second guess was going to be Jesus. Let's draw his pretty eyelashes. I won't make them, like, we'll do like a suggestion eyelashes. Beautiful. There's that AI Jesus game. What? There's an AI Jesus game? I know I shouldn't put in the super fine details yet, but I am Jesus Christ. Look at Steve. Are these people like genuine Jesus lovers? Because I feel like there are also a lot of people who would say that's quite sacrilegious to make a video game about Jesus. I'm sort of mapping out where everything goes right now. So they don't genuinely, it's not like a Christian organization. That's like, young people need more Jesus in their lives. And young people love video games, so let's make a Jesus video game. Oops. I feel like you can't see his eyebrows. Am I the only person who thinks Viggo Mortensen looks so different in like every single shot? Somehow, if you turn the camera just a little bit, slightly different angle, he looks like a different person. They look to be from Poland. I don't know how I can use that information to, what's the word? I don't know how to use that information, I guess that's how, that's what I'll say. Remember to save every once in a while. I love painting a good nose. Noses can be hard, but when they look good, it's very satisfying. Looks like the devs are outputting some garbage for the most part. Okay. They just want catchy titles, get their bread, and that's it. Though I guess if they get their bread from Jesus, that does make sense. Lots of people got bread from Jesus. Why is his nose not nosing? What did they overlook? See, that feels like it should have been lighter. Oh, by overlook you mean like oversight? Like something they didn't consider? I mean, am I gonna play it? Unlikely. Oh, it says something about you? Hmm? What do you not want to reveal about yourself? No, I feel like this should be lighter. Maybe not that light. Hmm. Okay, back to square one. They have the Hebrew text in the game and it's written from left to right. Maybe they wanted to. That doesn't make sense. I was gonna say make it more accessible. But that doesn't make sense. If you can't read Hebrew, then why would you need to read it from left to right? That is weird. What does that reveal about you though? I can't think of a reason to do that. Why would they? That doesn't make sense. This one. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. I still don't understand what's going on over here. Why does this look... That is weird though. Like they went through the effort of putting Hebrew text in the game, but then they... What, I don't even know if orientation is the right word. It's not, is it? Though, like it reminds me, I'm not gonna say who it was. There was a creator who someone did tell them um later on, but they like wrote Japanese on one of their products and not and so like the orientation of, I guess you could say, one of the characters was wrong in the way that they wrote it. But then they went and reprinted it when people told them. So I guess that's an easier fix with a game. You just go in and you can change it. Unless people have already bought it. Well, you could just make an update. But that is a very strange oversight. If you're gonna bother to put a language in your game, you should at least know what way it's written. That is kind of weird. And I thought that was like well known anyway. Like, I don't know. I mean, at least where I'm from, a lot of their... I'm trying to think, like, where did I learn that Hebrew is written the other way? Probably in, like, Sunday school or something. Or maybe not. I don't know. It is a weird oversight, though. Like, if you're gonna put a language... I guess that happens all the time, but, like, if you're gonna put language in a game, then you should at least know, like, consult someone? Mm-hmm. His nose is not nosing for me. And I'm wondering why. Like, I know I haven't rendered it very much yet, but like at this point I would expect to have a little bit more shape. Maybe I'll move this color over. Yeah. Anyways, that is so weird. I don't even know how you like get to that. I don't even uh, that I see so many things like in Japan here, like even in Tokyo where there's so many English speakers and there's terrible English on like the advertisements and stuff. I'm like, you could literally just like ask someone on the street. You should pay them, but you could just ask someone on the street to just look at your thing and they could tell you how it's wrong. That is really well, maybe like they had a special way of like inputting text that was used to like the opposite. I don't know. 'Cause like no, that is weird. I don't understand. I'm trying to think of how they would get there, but I don't know. It's weird that you would bother to put a language into your game, but then not bother to even have one. Like we have the whole internet at our disposal. You could ask one person to look at it if like just to check. I'm assuming they relied entirely on like digital tools like Google or something or ChatGPT, which is weird. How would because I know that Google Translate can translate Hebrew just fine, but then how I don't know. I can't my brain doesn't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. It also makes me wonder like how I guess it was different. This was also I guess I can say it. This was catnip. Like she owns like a art business, but like she already addressed the problem and everything, so it's fine. It's not like it was controversial or anything. It's just a mistake. But she put something in katakana on one of her sweatshirt designs on the sleeve, and like when you extend a vowel sound, there's like a line basically that you use to make it a longer sound. And when you're writing, she chose to write vertically, which is like the old style of writing Japanese. So top to bottom and then right to left is the old style. It was only one line, so it doesn't matter if it went right to left, left, right, whatever. But she had the line going sideways, like horizontally, instead of vertically, but it would be vertically if you're writing everything else vertically. I feel like there's a that is weird though. I feel like there's a decent amount of people who have like a at least a little bit of knowledge. Like what's the chance that so few Hebrew speakers would play not like would play the game? I feel like someone's bound to notice and tell them. If it's a genuine mistake and you fix it, that's fine. But it is a weird oversight, especially if you're the one who's making a game about Jesus. That is kind of weird. But I'm still kind of I guess probably what Catnip did was she did probably use Google and just it gave it to her horizontally. And so she assumed all the characters go in the same direction as what she saw. Because you can't turn, like, if I write, like, I don't know, like, Medon, this would stay the same. It would just be Medon. But if it's maybe someone's name, like Malon or something, or that would be a Ma. Like, this is actually French for chestnut, right? But maybe someone's name is Malon, so it's like Malon. Whereas horizontally, it would be like that, right? So Maron would be this way. Maron would be this way. So you don't change these characters, but this one has to go vertically. So I think that was the mistake that she made, is that she probably only looked it up horizontally. I guess you could test me. His nose isn't nosing still, and I feel like it's because I lightened up the image because it was really dark. So many of these scenes are so dark in the movies. Oh, it looks really small in Restream chat. Tell which one is correct? Yeah, I don't read. I've never read that before. Wait. Before I look. But like, if they're gonna bother putting in a language, at least do it right. It's such an easy fix. If I had to guess, wait. Are they? Hmm? Does it say different things? I can't see, it's so small. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't look. It's still, it's just weird though that they somehow didn't do it the right way. I don't know which one looks right to me. Because I don't know. I can't read it. I'm afraid to guess, then I'll sound dumb. I'm not saying this just because now I've read that you said that, but I did think it was the second one, but it's only because I recognize like one thing and I don't even know where I've seen it before. See, like a good researcher, I'm gonna look it up. Oh, the most common word in the Hebrew language. Okay, that explains why I did recognize it. But yeah, how is that pronounced? Et? That was the only thing. It was the only thing. What does it mean? What is this Jesus talking? Who's talking? Who's saying all this? Someone got the success you wanted. Hmm? Okay. Again, I have no idea how it's supposed to be said. I was just curious. Why is your nose looking like this, sir? I just don't. Oh, that was the wrong color. It's supposed to be down here. Discover the teachings for the foundations of the Christian faith through an interactive journey inspired by the life and message of Jesus. Gain a deeper sense of ideas, values, and okay, so maybe they had a genuine reason for making their game. Like that's fine. But again, if I was like putting something out there, I would probably at least ask one person who knows more than me to verify that I'm doing something right. Why is it so dark? It's so dark. Right? This is like here. Looks like he's a raccoon. Let me fix this. Soften that up a little bit. Hmm. Reminds me before you mentioned the 12 disciples in regards to Talos Principle 2, I didn't connect the dots, really? I felt that was the point. Especially because they're like mimicking human civilization. I assumed they were supposed to be like sort of like robot Jesus, but also like robot Eve and Adam, obviously. Okay, the nose is nosing a little bit better. I mean, I guess if it's not at the forefront of your mind, I mean, I don't exactly go to church either, but like, I mean, I've studied a lot of art history and stuff, and there's a whole lot of what is it? The Last Supper? What is it? I couldn't remember it for a second, but that's what immediately came into my head. Was the Last Supper. I was like, Last Supper, but with robots. I just assume that's kind of where they got the names from, at least. I wish I could play it more. I am looking into an eGPU. I just don't know, one, how much it's going to cost me to get everything. And two, I'm not doing it myself. I need to find someone who can do it for me. And I don't know how much that would cost and who can do it. And I want it to be local because I do not want to ship my PC. So in terms of like playing that game again, it's possible. Okay. I mean, it was fun. It would just be 10 times more fun if the graphics were good. Like, without all the ghosting and hurting of my eyes. Facial hair is kind of difficult. I like painting Gandalf and his beard. I feel like, I don't know, does this make sense? Let's do that. Do you make sense, sir? I feel like if I do too many individual strands, it's gonna look too long. I'm gonna do like bunches. The what? The what? What did I say? This kind of looks like Aragorn. Well, you have NVIDIA. I have AMD. And I did mess with whatever the heck it's called. What is it? Adrenaline? Is that what it's called? The AMD one? I did. I like capped the frame rate and whatever else I could. And I think that was just the best we could get. I have to assume it is just a limitation of the hardware. There's only so much Googling a girl can do. Yesterday I had a time because I installed Morrowind and I installed some mods for Oblivion as well, and Morrowind mods, and I kept like there kept being things that were missing, like what are they called, masters, or like it just wasn't working in Mod Organizer. So that took a while. And there are some things that worked out, some things that didn't. So I got some mods into Oblivion. The character looks a lot different now. I wish I would have had that mod when designing her, like choosing her features and stuff, but it is what it is. Because they're both religious, I guess. I guess it made sense to someone. One is good, one is garbage. Maybe they just wanted you to see the contrast. Maybe someone was like, oh yeah, if we put these two games together, then they'll see what a good game is versus what a bad game is. I gotta zoom. Facial hair. Why are you so difficult? I think it's easier to do a longer mustache than this length. It's the publishers? Same publishers? What? Sorry? Oh, not the same publishers? What did you mean the publishers? It's the publishers. Oh, the publishers are the ones that create the bundles. So maybe the publishers wanted you to think, oh, this is a good game. Oh, that's not a good game. Let me appreciate this game more because I know it's not a bad game. The rain's slowing down. That's good. Oops. I gotta do like a up and down kind of situation. Maybe that's too high. To like get the ridges of his lips. sort of a hint at a texture. Don't go over that. Oh, we're about halfway done with coffee. Delicious. So I want to like hint at the hairs. I don't want to do each individual hair. I added the steam machine to my wish list in hopes for it to be affordable, but I'm not having high hopes. The steam machine. That sounds like something a Victorian inventor would name something. Yeah, what was everyone calling it? Oh man, there's a different nickname for it. It was funny. I can't remember now. Like when it was first announced. Like, what the heck is up with this part? It's like, beep boop. Beep boop. It like lines up with this pupil here. There we go. But they recently upped the price of their Steam Decks by a lot, so I suspect this isn't going to be affordable either. Literally. I'm not even planning on being able to get one. That would be nice, I think, to stream from, because it's nice to like when I stream from my Switch, it's so much less on my PC. So much less work. So that would be nice. But I don't expect I'll be able to afford it. Like, ever. I do not have... Like, I don't know. Oh, okay. What? Oh. Okay. Not miss my medicine. Good, good. Robotics companies in Maine? There is a high school. So you would think there would be some sort of pipeline. There's a, what do you call it? Charter school? Is that the word for it? For science, and they have robotics. I remember because I was doing briefly something with the robotics club at some point in my school career. Do not remember when. Just remember that it happened. I don't know where they usually end up. Seattle? Really? I wouldn't know. Like I said, I only very briefly did anything related to robotics. I was doing, what was it called? Imagine, I don't know. It was something where we had to like solve puzzles and be creative, but it was like in a competition format. I still feel like his brow is so weird. And this should be darker. Why am I not darker? What? There we go. The mix was turned too high. First what? What did I say? No, it wasn't. It wasn't for robotics competition specifically, but robotics were involved, which is why I don't even remember what we did. No, it's like not. I'm thinking of Disney's like Imagineers. That's not what it is. I don't remember. It was something about like we had to creatively solve a task set like given to us and then perform it in front of everyone. And one of our solutions was to like make something, some machine or something. So like it was only slightly involved with robotics, but it wasn't an actual robotics competition. It was just helpful to us. So I don't remember if we like talked to a guy. I don't remember. I mean, I think it's supposed to be silly. I think it's supposed to be childish, right? What was the competition name? I don't remember. It was a very, very small group of us at my school. But again, it wasn't actually like a robotics competition. It's just that we decided for our plan to solve the problem, we could use a robot. And that's all I remember about it. I don't even remember what it was called, what we did. Just remember maybe we talked to a guy? I don't know. It was like we specifically, I think we talked to like a robotics professor or something. So it was a robot, I guess. Okay, so what I think I have to do here is, because he looks like he doesn't have eyebrows, right? We're going to take a color like this, turn down the mixing, and we're going to do some hairs just to insinuate that there are, like to suggest that he does in fact have eyebrows. They're just sparse. Or light colored, I guess. Even though we don't really see them that well, it will look better. Firstly, it doesn't have to look like Viggo Mortensen. It absolutely does not have to look like him. This is just like our idea of Aragorn. That looks a little better though, for sure. This needs to be much softer. And then it will stop looking like raccoon eyes, hopefully. There we go. That's a little better. We need more variation in the sclera. I didn't really have a plan per se. I was just kind of going with it. But like I said before, photos tend to look really flat. And like important details are kind of like bleed into everything else. So when we're painting, we want to like bring out the details we want to see more of. But also like with Legolas as well, and with I guess Gandalf, in my mind, Sir Ian McKellen looks exactly like Gandalf should look. So I didn't really feel the need to change what he looked like in that painting, but like with Legolas, I feel like I changed it a little bit. With like, I'd painted Frodo before in gouache, though I'd like to try again. And maybe in the same medium as, all of these. I want to do like the whole fellowship and everything. I changed how he looked a little bit too to like better suit what I see, like when I read the books. So that's been the goal from the beginning. Of course, nowadays, since I read the books before I watched the movies. I want this very like saturated because I can see like a yellowy bit here. So yeah, the goal is to like make him look like how I imagined him, or imagine him now reading the books, which is not exactly like Vigo. Though of course I have been heavily, heavily influenced by the movies at this point. Like, I was so shocked when Boromir had red hair. I was like, who is this man? Excuse me? He's supposed to have dark hair. Oh yeah, like every shot, but I think it's different with Vigo in particular because like I can look at different pictures of Orlando Bloom or like Elijah Wood and I feel like they look like the same person, but I feel like with Vigo it's something about he looks so different straight on versus like from the side or from a different angle or from up or down. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just if he doesn't shower for a few days, he looks so different. I don't know, man. He looks very different at all different angles and different lighting. That's why it was so hard for me to find a reference image that I wanted to use. To be fair, I'm quite picky about reference images anyway, but it was especially difficult with him. Now we gotta blend that out a bit. There we go. I feel like it's also a little too sharp there. Okay. I remember the teacher telling us not to use flash because it flattens the picture. Only things that get the flash become visible and everything else is unseen. That makes sense. What's also difficult about finding reference images from these movies in particular is the color grading. There's so much color grading. And there were so many pictures that were so blue. Like the only reference images I can find of Galadriel are so blue. And I tried editing them in like Fire Alpaca, and it was like impossible. I couldn't make them look natural. I don't want him to look like a raccoon, but he does have really dark, like it is really dark here. Okay. Okay, so far so good. I think it looks like Vigo, which is not bad. Again, it's not bad. Because now when I read the books, I do admittedly imagine Vigo for the most part. Or like a slightly, it's like Vigo, but slightly different. Just very slightly different. I didn't, I can kind of see a line. It's like I didn't draw where the hair stops. I don't know where to put the shadow. We can probably do this one full, like base color, and then work off of that. Let's not do that. It's like blending into the blue. Is this time lapse on or not? No. I mean, yes, it is. I was gonna say no, I didn't make a mistake. The answer is yes, the time lapse is on. Of course, I would prefer to record everything, like screen record. But that, if I record like on the iPad itself, it'll make it so laggy, especially once I get like further on in the painting. And the file becomes quite large. Like even with, by the end of the Legolas painting, I would open up the file and it'd say, "Are you sure you want to open this file? Large files can cause crashes." And I was like, yes. Yes, I'd like to open it, please. And it was fine, but it does get laggy. And like his hair blends into his shirt as well. Keep that like a block of color. Like, I like the shape of the eyes. I just feel like it's his brows that I want to change a little bit. And I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter what people think. But I think when people see this painting, they might like imagine Vigo. But my goal is to not, like, it doesn't have to look exactly like Vigo. I want it to look more like what I imagine. Obviously, I said that already, but just to like reiterate my point, I'm like hesitant to change it too much because I know people expect differently, but it's my painting. And I feel like he should have like darker eyebrows. Hmm. Maybe I'll make him a little fuller. I kind of like that. Maybe lighten up the edges a bit. Now it's like disappeared. That is very difficult to draw from imagination. That used to be exclusively what I would do. But now it's very difficult. Especially with painting. Especially with realism / semi-realism. I like that. I like that better. For some reason, again, it could just be my monitor, but it does feel like darker on stream. And I'm looking at my tablet too. I feel like I gotta adjust the video a little bit. Does that look better? I think that looks a bit better. And I like this better. Was there like a different fan film? I have not heard of this. I knew there was. Oh. One on YouTube. I thought you meant they were making a fan film right now. I don't know if I've seen it though. Oh geez, that's very dark. What's the clash? Like they're saying they have to take it down or something? That would be dumb. They made it first, right? And they don't. Do they make money off of it? Like from ads or something? Yeah, so like what's the problem? What is their problem? Just the name? But it's not even like a official thing. Okay, now I gotta change this eyebrow for surezies. But how? These brows are so light. Gotta make them look the same, but like the lighting is slightly different. Right. So they have no reason to be upset. Seems like a non-issue. I like that, I guess. We have to break it up a little bit. Okay. Right, so they shouldn't be in trouble at all. So I bet WB just wanted to like cover their bases or whatever. Maybe someone was like, well, they have the same name, they could confuse us for them. Or like confuse an association. And some lawyer was told to do something. Trying to, yeah, do like strands here. Hopefully I don't touch that area later. Oops. Not dying, just coughing. Well, clearing my throat. Probably because of the coffee. For some reason, when I drink only water, or I guess something sure. Yeah, I don't know. Where is everyone? The Discord's also been very quiet. Maybe I need to post some funny Instagram reels. I wonder what Pem's up to. I miss him posting like the randomest stuff. Though maybe it's just that tell me what to draw streams are like attract more people, perchance. Or people want to see traditional art, not digital art. I don't know. Did I not do the right tags? Some child is screaming very loudly. Why? Are you okay? Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, she's still screaming. Are you okay, child? I hope you're just having a good time. I think she's just testing out her lungs. Oh my god, she's still screaming. Is someone dying? Okay, she's done screaming. I wonder what that was about. I hope it was, I'm having such a good time kind of scream, and not, I am actively dying kind of scream. Yeah. Some days are slower, some days are not. Like, it's weird because I feel like Monday's stream I know we had consistently more viewers at a time than usual, but I feel like fewer people, like fewer regulars were in chat. So, I don't know. Chat wasn't dead, I think, at any point, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep that a little lighter over there. No, this was Monday. That was Friday, right? Yes, that was Friday. Wait, no, I played Oblivion on Monday. Were you there for the Oblivion stream or the ESO stream? Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, once you left, there was a few people, but not a lot of the usual gang. But there were more concurrent viewers than usual. Yeah, that's right. Like I said, I installed and download, well, wait, no, what do you download it, then you install it. Morrowind, and a number of mods. So maybe that will be next Monday, but I am kind of excited to play Oblivion now that I've added those mods because it looks pretty good. And the Morrowind mods, I'm still trying to figure out a little bit of what's going on because I don't know. I looked up the most popular Oblivion mods. Is that a good choice? And I kept getting like Mod Manager 2 would be like, something's wrong. I'm like, excuse me? Do your job? It was on my wish list, I think. Yeah, it was on my wish list. I should, I mean, I don't know if I want to set up emails to like tell me. How does his chin work? Also, this needs to be, I keep doing that. I keep pressing the dropper and then wanting to zoom in. This needs to be darker. It's standing out in a bad way. And I've still been looking into how I can play Oblivion Remastered. I can, like, there is an avenue that I can take, but it costs money to stream it on, like, Xbox Cloud Gaming. So, we're sticking with the OG for now. Which, honestly, there's a charm to as well. It's not like it's a bad game. But I just feel like a lot of people are used to more modern games at this point, so it's like, I don't know. There were a decent number of people watching. And it doesn't really, I know the important thing is, do I want to play it? I would love to play Remastered, Oblivion Remastered. Oh my god. But yeah. And I want to play Skyrim, of course. I was just watching right before stream a Sky Oblivion developer working on some stuff for Anvil. So that would be cool as well. Playing Sky Oblivion. So that's Oblivion in the Skyrim engine. But yeah, I mean, I feel bad because they've been working on Sky Oblivion for years, And then out of nowhere, Oblivion Remastered was dropped. People are like, are they gonna stop Sky Oblivion now? But now there's so many of us who can't play Oblivion Remastered that it totally makes sense for them to keep working on it. What do you mean other stuff? Like, I know I have a lot of nostalgia for a lot of different games. And I know other people do too. And there's a lot of very dedicated Elder Scrolls people. Fans is the word. Like, you mean like just with Elder Scrolls in general? Like it's a bigger niche, more popular niche. I mean, I think games tend to be more popular anyway because it appeals to more people. There we go. That looked very weird for a minute. Like that better. Oh, like older games specifically? You're more likely to get more people? Now, this is something like Subnautica 2, where like a bunch of people are waiting because they played Subnautica 1. So that's like a sequel to I wouldn't say it's an old game, but older game. I mean, the main thing is if I don't stream what I want to play, then I just feel like that's not good. It's not as enjoyable for everyone anyway if the streamer doesn't enjoy what they're streaming. I feel like that's too light here. This looks too like... I gotta thin it out. Looks too like suave. Maybe that's better. It needs to look greasy. Or at least sweaty. Right, you're right. Some people do they do want the original. Which, like, I like the original too. Back when I bought it, we didn't have an Oblivion remastered. And I know some people who were quite unhappy with some of the changes. Like, it's not just graphics that they changed. There's some other things that they changed as well. What I was surprised about is how many people stuck around even when I was like taking time to order Uber Eats. I was like, if I sit here thinking about what I'm gonna eat, people are probably gonna leave, but whatever, I'm hungry. But no, there are people just sitting around listening to me. decide on what I want to order for dinner. I was pleasantly surprised. Maybe, but I feel like a lot of people would just like leave. Like, I don't know, even when I'm like, when I start stream, oops, uh, and like the stream is starting, thing is on, sometimes people will show up and then leave if I take too long to start. So it makes me like conscientious of like wasting people's time. I don't want to say wasting people's time, but like I understand why people would leave. I just finished the coffee. So hold on, give me a second. We still have water though. I do have to use the bathroom though. Okay. So if you wonder why I'm jumping around all the time, like sometimes I work on one area for a bit and then just go to a completely different area. I don't have a good reason as to why. Just that if I work on one space for too long, then I one get bored, two it stops looking right. Like I gotta look at the whole thing to like make it work. Also, I know a lot of people don't work like this in like sections. Like a lot of people just do like the base color of the face or whatever. I like working in sections like this when doing digital art in particular. If it's traditional art, then I will do that because it's hard to remix colors in the same way. But with digital art, I don't have to worry about remixing colors. I can just, if I like a color, I can just use the dropper tool and I can pick that color back up. I did it and then I put it back. It should be back unless it didn't load. I was scrolling down and I clicked it by mistake. It's like you have the default reward section and then you have custom rewards. And I was scrolling down and I accidentally clicked the thing, like this. It's not a slider, it's like you click it and there's a check mark for enabled and then you unclick it. I don't know, it's like it looks like a switch. I clicked it by mistake. It has new over it. Oops. At least someone's here to keep me hydrated. The rain picked up again. So now I'm like, can I go to work? I don't know, man. No one's messaged me, I think. And if they put out a message on like the teacher's, I don't know how to describe it, portal kind of thing, Carte, then that would be dumb because we're not supposed to check it outside of work because of security. I think I know what looks kind of weird here, but I don't know how to fix it. It's like that. It's like all the same color. Hmm. Is that helping? I think the brush is too big. I lost the darkest bits. I have the song from Skyrim/Oblivion stuck in my head because he had like a remix, that one Sky Oblivion dev. That was stuck in my head. The do 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 do. What do I do here? What was that? Oh, that was the Union. Rain got you stuck inside? For now. Gotta get in like some darker bits. It's like a bit over there that's like way darker. I want it to look like he's just got dirt on his face. This nonsense over here. I gotta darken it. And oh, okay. If you're gonna BRB, I'm gonna use the bathroom. That's a little better. BRB too. I don't know what is up with his mouth that I'm not liking, but I'll think about that in a second. I'm back. What is up, my guy? Maybe his lashes are a little too long. Yep, you missed that part. You left before I said it. I went to use the bathroom. Mm. Looks a little better. I feel like we should drag that over a bit. Okay. Just this part of his lips look too wide. But like this is all the same color. So how do I make it darker so you know that's where his lips end? Like how can I tell that his lips end there? Maybe this has to be lighter? Oh, maybe. Ooh! Did you take a picture? Baking taxes due on the Discord. Well, I just told you the Discord's been dead. We need to up our game. Is there a... What's it called? What's that kind of brush called? Where you can like push things around. What's it called? Not smudge, what is it? These are so cute. I don't even know how I got these. And there's pumpkins. Skulls. What is it called? If I went on to Procreate, I would know. It's not smudge. What? Liquify. These were in alphabetical order. That would be nice, but they're not. One of your cake testers? Where would liquefy be? I don't know. Gotta get watercolor soft back. Where'd that go? Oh no. I'm afraid if I turn on the filters. It's not soft color watercolor brush, it's watercolor soft. Did you see it? It's before those ones for sure. Bought a few cake testers because I had some problem telling when it's ready. They cost me a couple bucks and I got like 5 of them. Oh. Never used them before. I don't think so anyway. Are they worth it? Let's see, watercolor soft. Watercolor soft. Watercolor soft. Where is it? It's not soft watercolor. I remember that. Okay. Watercolor soft. It's just... Okay. Add it to our set. There we go. Let me see. I didn't get a notification. Oh, it's a cupcake tester. Oh, that looks so good. I need to make my own with the tongue sticking out. Why is my screen sometimes going dark? That is weird. You are weird. Why are you doing that? Okay. I don't see a liquefy. No, a reaction, like an emote I could do for a reaction. I just did a reaction with the heart bubble and the smiley face with the tongue sticking out, the yum one. Let's see, you can go like that. Like, there are definitely some things I changed. It doesn't look exactly like Vigo, and now it's starting to throw me off because I'm like, well, what do I do next? Sorry, I thought you would have noticed. I reacted. Yeah, and that was kind of my goal. I say kinda like it wasn't. No, it was. That was intentional. But now that it looks different, it's like throwing me off. I like rounded his face a little bit. Because I want him to look, I guess, like slightly younger. He's not young, but he's supposed to look young for a man because he's not a normal man. He's descended from the Numenorians. But like, I think it's like how I imagine him is still looking relatively young considering I mean, it's been many, many, many years since the time of the kings, really, but like Numenorians could live a couple hundred years at least, and he's only in his 80s or longer. I mean, I don't know about the end of the third age, but I want him to look, I don't know, like not chubby or cheeked. I don't know how to phrase it. Like a baby. And Vigo looks very rough, which is fine as well, because he's supposed to look rough, but I don't know. He is baby. He's too young for Arwen. Hmm. The nose as well, I'm like, how do I feel like I made it look almost too big. It looks like Vigo's, but I don't need it to look like Vigo's. Like round out the tip a little bit. And then it's not quite as dark on this side. Maybe I should darken it up. Trying to do it like really softly. Yeah, I like that. Need some more. Ooh. More of this. Yeah. Yeah. The hair's stopped too far away. I don't want him to look like he has nose hair. Hmm. Yeah. I keep doing that. I keep clicking the dropper before I zoom out. What? What time is it? Oh, it's already 3:31. No one told me not to go to, well, I was told not to go to work this morning, but I mean, the other place. No one told me not to go there, so the train's running. I'm assuming I have to go. How many people do you think will cancel? You know how people have tip jars that fill when they get enough tips and something happens? Yeah? Like a goal? Okay, I am on the right layer. I was like, I only have 2 layers. No. Who wants that? You're the only one who would want that. I have to pee when it gets full. Like, I don't have a choice, even if I don't have to go. What if I didn't drink, like, all day? And I didn't have to go for a while. Would I still have to go? How do I show where his hair stops? Like, because you really can't see. I don't want him to look like his hair is so long. But his shirt is like the same color. Really? From my experience, if I don't drink a lot all day and then suddenly I drink a decent amount, it still takes longer. Because then you're just filling up more slowly still, technically. Hmm. Well, like last stream, I don't think I even took a, or last art stream, I don't even think I took a bathroom break the whole time. This time I had water and a coffee and I had soup. Well, I had water and coffee before stream. Then I had soup and then I drank that coffee and then I had to pee. After, I mean, when did we start? 1. So it's been 2.5 hours. But last time it was like what? Started at 1, ended at 3. I don't know, man. Personally, I don't find it that predictable. But it also entirely depends on what I've eaten, how much exercise I've gotten, how hot it is. So, like, I can see where you're coming from. It's nice to see progress, but I don't see how that's executable. Like, I feel like most of the there's probably gonna be a good portion of time where the bladder would fill up, but I don't actually have to go. And if I make myself go when I don't really have to go, that's not good. I mean, it would be like funny, but like I think people would see the logic and how it's kind of failed. And people might ask, "Are you actually peeing even if I don't?" Which would be kind of awkward. That's kind of awkward. but I can see how in some cases that might be interesting. It would encourage interactions. Well, like I see people do that with money, right? Or like I have a follower goal, I just don't have it on stream because it like I used to and it like just takes up too much space, I think. I think that's basically the same thing. But there's also the thing of I want interactions, but what do I get out of that? Like I see how people like put up follower goals and especially sub goals. Like that would be cool with a sub goal. Not I mean not peeing specifically, but sub goals are like a good strategy, I think. They make people feel good for contributing. I like that better. I mean, you could lose followers. You can lose them and then gain them back. That picked up too much. Why are you not dark enough? Very red. Why is it so red? His hair looks too fabulous. How do I make it look greasy? A little more stringy. Add white lines. He is supposed to like have a couple gray hairs, right? I just don't want it to look stringy. But I do, but I don't. That looks too much like a, what's that called? When people bleach just what frames their face. I don't really want to make the brush smaller. Yeah, I think it's the contrast that I'm looking for. Is like he's supposed to have a relatively young looking face, but he's weathered because he's a adventurer who's been under a lot of stress, and he's supposed to take up his position as king. It still looks like he went to a hair salon and got a blowout. Like the pieces are too big, like he got... It's a little better. Like he got curlers in his hair or something. Maybe you gotta be like a really small brush. Now this is like white. Looks a little better. I don't want it to be too light where the light isn't actually catching. Okay, now the other side is more in shadow, so I'll take some colors over. It does not need to be as light. Just like maybe a few sort of catch the light a little bit. What? 3 DLCs? Doing what? Eating eggs? Visiting... I don't even know. What would you do? What do I even do over here? Are there that many game-breaking bugs? Like, I knew it was bad, but I didn't look up the details. Is that why people hate it? I gotta put some of those bits in his beard too. That looks bad though. A glitchy mess focused on a pretty unlikable and annoying main character, powered through bugs and problems until about 3/4 of the way through, when an unavoidable game-crashing bug/error put me out of my misery. Game-breaking bugs that should have been fixed by now. I am stuck in a loop of loading back checkpoints only to instantly die. Okay. I get it. Oh my God. I've seen landfills with better garbage than this. Tell it like it is. Come on, I can't get the color I want. That's not right. There we go. Trying to like simplify this a little bit. It just looks like a lump. Eh. I don't know, I might just get rid of this bit. I feel like that looks too much like a beach blowout. Showing its age a little bit. It's not that old, is it? I think I'll leave out the necklace, maybe? See, my screen just went darker again. Why? Why does that happen sometimes? 2023? That's the point. Oh, it just crashed. What did I say? Cupertino? I'm not there. Oh! Is it because my storage is full? That whole part wasn't saved? Oh no. Well, guess stream is over. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me do this for a second. I think I know what I can delete. Hold on. I have a lot of videos on here that are quite long, but I've already backed them up. Videos take up a lot of space. I mean, I already changed my mind about what I was doing there. I was gonna simplify it and just make it basically like a silhouette. I don't want to detract, I don't want to like take attention away from his face. Okay, that should be fine. This is why I saved to the cloud as well. It's starting back up. Hold on. Come on, Medibang, you can do it. Where are you stuck? It's stuck right there. Hello? Okay, hold on. We're restarting you. It could be that my iPad's too hot. It's doing the same thing. It's stuck. I mean, it should be if I open it on my PC. It should be in my cloud. Yeah, it's in my cloud. I think my iPad just overheated a little bit. Well, okay, so I have it on my cloud. That's good. That's why we save to the cloud, boys and girls. I'm saving it to my PC as well. I misspelled Aragorn. He is Aragorn. Hold on. I can't see chat right now. I'm sorry if you're saying something. Yeah, Minibang is stuck. My iPad's pretty warm, but it's not like I felt it hotter before. I do have it on a stand. Though it could be because it's in a case. But this is weird because other programs are opening. It just seems to be Medibang. I heard that sometimes when you delete things to free up storage, it doesn't delete automatically. You have to wait for a minute for it to come off of the iCloud. Do I have any other big videos I can delete? Yep. Oh, yes, I do. I have a whole Twilight Princess VOD. Oh my God, it's like 8 hours long. No wonder, no wonder it was full. Oh shoot, is this on here? Like, did I dox myself, really? That was just from my trip. Can you see any? Well, I know I turned off now. I don't think so. It's just, yeah, no. Yeah, some selfies, that's fine. I have my face on the internet. I don't think there was anything. Yeah, no. There's like the Legolas painting. I'm looking at it now. There's product photos. There's the stuff some of the videos I posted when I went to South Carolina, like the aquarium. I don't see anything doxy. Okay. You had me scared for a second. I mean, I turned it off now, but okay, maybe it's been enough time. Let's try this again. I do have to leave very soon, though I'm waiting specifically, like I don't have to leave right now. It's nice if I leave by 4, but um I've been waiting because the rain was still going. It feels like it's finally stopping now though. It says yeah, it says it stopped now and I don't hear it anymore. Yeah, no, it's stuck. I could try restarting my iPad. But I mean, I can prove to you that it survived. Oh God, no, don't do that. Okay. See? Why is that so weird? I must have. Oh, yeah. Uh, that should be fine. Yeah. Doxing Aragorn now. Sorry. But yeah, he's here. He's on my computer. I can see some things where like now I can see it on a bigger screen. If I have a liquify tool, is there a liquify tool? I kind of want to like adjust his nose a little bit because I changed kind of like his face should be like this now because I kind of changed how his mouth went. So it should be slightly turned. I think I can do that. I think there is a liquify tool. If not, I could definitely take it onto Procreate, but I'd rather do it on this file. So, I don't know. Here. Let me turn on my iPad again. I told you, once it gets to like a big file size, sometimes I have problems. So imagine if this was my older iPad. I don't think I can make this fit properly into this overlay. I mean, I could do like that. Uh, Stop jumping. There we go. So that's what we did today. Is 4:01. I think I have to leave soon. I think. I'm gonna give this a second. It's still quite warm. I could use the other overlay but I don't have that uploaded to this. What's the word? Scene. Okay, let's open Medibang. Please. Please. Oh, wait, opened. It opened. It might be also because it films a time lapse at the same time. That might be a lot. I went and there was no one. Oh no. Maybe. Honestly, I'd be kind of happy I could just turn around and go home. This is what was happening before. This is very weird. Excuse me? There we go. He's back. Okay, he survived. Actually, I kind of just want to finish this. It's not going to be finished, because there's a lot of refining to do. But I just want to, like, do this. Basically. So we have, you know, I don't like that. Something to show for our hard work. Hmm? It's not showing up. Oh. Oh, that's way too late. Just like a suggestion that there's hair there. Just feel like it's getting hot already again though. There. And then a background. Start with that. And sort of just blob it out. And then I'm going to turn up that, turn down that. He's still got a little blue. Oops. Ah. I can feel the lag. Oh, it's getting hot again. We'll eat a little bit. That's fine. It's not noticeable. Is that all the blue? Oh, it is really hot under my hand. It must be just because I painted for so long. Okay, so this is our initial Aragorn. And I will sign it here. And what I usually do is sign it at this point. And then I will like sort of smooth it out later. And then save another version. I like to lower the opacity so it doesn't really take away from anything. And that's him. That's our guy. Yeah, I really should leave soon. I didn't get any messages telling me not to go, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume I have to go. The rain did stop. So we'll change our thumbnail and then I'll be out of here. I didn't actually see, do we streaming? Yeah, I think she's not streaming today, maybe because of the typhoon. I hope she's okay. So maybe we won't raid today. I don't know. How do I feel about this? I feel like there's a lot. I was rushing a little bit. I feel like there's a lot we could change to make it look better. Like, especially the nose. It could be refined more for sure. But it is what it is. Okay, I definitely gotta go now. Give this iPad a break. Oh my god. Thanks for joining. I'll see you on Friday. Well, it'll be late for you, Durin, so maybe not. But if you can join, then I'll see you.